Hi, welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda. Today we have with us from Wellington, Jack Panther. How's it going, man?
Good, really good, thank you.
Nice for you to come up to Auckland for a little spell and visit with us. It's
a real
nice.
treat. I wish the weather was better.
Well, it's changeable. You know, it could be better by the time you're out of here.
Exactly. As soon as I get on that flight, I think take the weather with me.
Well, that's right, and you got to fly back to Wellington. That's the scary part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
windy. Yeah.
So you've got an EP coming out called "This Dream I Had," and you have songs that have dreams and sleep involved in them. So that seems to be an overarching theme about what you're doing. Tell me about that.
Totally. It kind of all originated from this dream I had, and it kind of started the snowball with the track "This Dream" and Blue Boy, and it kind of came from this era and of this real important, strange, surreal feeling I had one night, and I woke up. You know, it's so vivid. Dreams kind of mess with me. They like to mess with me, and I've always been so fascinated by them. I did a year of psychology.
That could be dangerous for songwriting, couldn't it?
Definitely. and then realized that music was definitely my kind of path. So. Yeah, it's always fascinated me.
Well, I've heard, and it's completely anecdotal, that a lot of folks are having more vivid dreams because of the pandemic and being in, isolation and all that stuff. So
it's so true,
okay.
Right? Because you're just letting yourself just simmer with everything around you and your thoughts and nostalgia and everything that's kind of very much in your own head. So quite probably. Yeah.
And so, do you consider these dreams nightmares, or are they just dreams?
A bit of both.
Okay.
It depends on the context, I think. But I'd say dreams, I think, because they come from a place of probably wanting something,
right?
To me anyway, or that longing which appears in this EP and the sound. Yeah.
Okay. So the first song we're going to hear is "This Dream." So did you write it after waking up from a vivid dream?
I did. It was crazy. I woke up maybe 5 a.m. or something and grabbed my phone and I wrote down notes, and it's a list of words from that dream, which half of it doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I kind of not really was awake, but I just wrote down this stuff and then fell back asleep because it was so important to me that I remembered it. And then I woke up the next morning and I was just so shocked by it, and I just sat out on the porch and I wrote the track with my ukulele kind of out in the morning sun, and yeah, it really came from this organic place.
All right, well, let's give it a listen.
I'm not gonna give away this dream I had, but we were married. And I was happy and you were too. Oh, what have I gotten myself into? Oh, cause this ain't real, cause we're both just crying on the other side of the world, waiting for each other to call, please come home, or let me go. I'm not gonna tell you about the kids we had and how I pinched myself. Cause we met young and got old too. Oh, phone, I can't stop missing you. Oh, yeah, 'cause this ain't real, and 'cause we're both just crying on other sides of the world. Waiting for each other to call. Please come home, or let me go. It keeps me up at night thinking that you could be with someone. It's not that I think I own you, but what if it's unrequited? I think I'd die. I think I'd literally die. 'Cause this ain't real, and 'cause we're both just crying on other sides of the world. Waiting for each other to call. Please come home, or let me go. Before I'm gonna let you go, let me go. 'Cause I can only do this on my own. So surreal, so surreal. Just let me go.
Okay, we're back here with Jack Panther. We just heard This Dream. And speaking of dreams, I have a flatmate who's insane, as all flatmates are, and she has an app that records her talking when she's asleep.
That's crazy. I need to download that.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
We're thinking of putting a little montage together and putting it up online somewhere.
Good birthday
because
surprise.
It's definitely entertaining. But yeah, and it could be a good source for lyrics as well.
Totally, I could come up with that in my sleep. Who would have thought?
Yeah, yep. Now, I mentioned briefly, Ian Barter is the guy who you produced the EP, or he produced it for you. And this was done in the UK, was it?
Yes, that was November last year. I travelled there for about a month. We did 2 weeks of recording, which is so exciting. I was bubbling and barely able to sleep because it was such an honour to work with him, to be honest. And
How'd you get hooked up with him?
Honestly, I just approached him and
There you go.
emailed him, and I think people underestimate, just approaching someone, and I told him how much his music meant to me, and I think that probably...
Which music meant a lot to you? His stuff with Amy, say? Or?
Yeah, definitely. To be honest, I didn't know he'd worked with Amy until I got in there. And my main thing was I loved an album he did with an Australian artist called Cloves. It was a real beautiful indie, organic live sound. And yeah, a couple of other stuff I realized he had worked on, and I thought, wow, this guy just knows what he's doing. Yeah.
So what was the process like in the studio? Were there other musicians playing? Was it a lot of kind of fiddling around with electronica? What kind of stuff?
It was just us, really. So he had this beautiful little home studio, and I went there, and the tracks were all written before, so I wrote them over 9 months.
Right.
And I got stuck producing it myself. I kind of hit a brick wall, and so I took it in to him, and I had this vision for each track, and we sat and kind of came up with ideas of how sonically, and he also just wanted to go straight into the recording. So we just started, and we just went and tried different directions with different tracks, and these 6 really stuck.
Cool, so you recorded 6 tracks.
6 tracks.
And I assume one of them might be called Sleep?
Yeah.
All right, tell me about that one.
That one, actually, I didn't know we were going to record that. That was one of the few where we were going for 6 tracks, and I had 5, which I knew I wanted to do, and there was this extra one where I thought, I don't know which one. I had a couple of ideas, and I played him Sleep, and he was like, that one. We're going to record that one. And so that was really cool to hear his thoughts on it, and now it's one of my favourite ones on the EP.
Alrighty, let's listen to it.
You said save me the hassle. Well, I flew 7 hours just to see you. And arrived alone to the airport, and I hadn't seen you in 6 months. Remember when I cried at the mall? You really hurt me and you didn't know. You walked all over me and slept so easy. And I overheard your call to her. You said you still think about her, after I especially asked if I was the only one. The night before I gave myself to you, and I held you in my arms, felt something new, and I thought this was something good. Then you lied to me. Oh, no, I can't sleep. No, I can't sleep while he's asleep, away dreaming. I ran out your apartment, I threw a bottle at you, oh you demon. And how could there be so many others? At least I got some answers. No, I can't sleep. No, I can't sleep while he's asleep, away dreaming. No, I can't sleep. No, I can't sleep while he's asleep, away dreaming. You said save me the hassle. Well, I flew 7 hours just to see you.
Alrighty, we're here at the 13th floor with Jack Panther. We just heard his song Sleep. It's from his EP, This Dream I Had, which was released on November 13th. You're from Wellington. What's the scene like down these days? I mean, you realize that just being in New Zealand, we pretty much have all the live music in the world. There's not much else going on. So what's it like down there?
It's awesome. I go to this thing called iGum every week on Wednesdays, and it's a free gig, and it's put on by this really cool, feels like a community of amazing artists, and they select artists throughout the year to play this. There's 2 artists every week on a Wednesday, and it's an incredible space and $5 beers, and it's a great community. And to be honest, it's probably one of my favorite things to do in Welly is to go to an iGum gig. It's just surrounded by
iGum?
iGum, all one word. It's great, it's so much fun.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting music scene. It's like so many incredible artists coming out, and it's just so exciting to see what the next 5 years are going to bring.
Cool. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of new music around. I mean, I've been doing all these Zoom interviews with people. They got nothing else to do but write songs and record them in their homes and whatever, so it's going to be a deluge.
It's been this awesome bubbly point for a lot of people like myself. I was able to sit on this EP for a little bit and really still develop my voice and develop the direction and everything I wanted to go in. And so in a way it's been kind of a blessing to have this space where I could just practice and kind of be in a little bubble.
Mm-hmm. So you got plans to record again soon, or what?
Totally. I've already got some stuff kind of already in the works. So it's exciting. I think 2021 is going to be
Can't even think
exciting.
about it. Right. So we got one more song that we're going to hear, which is the most recent single. It's called Blue Boy. Tell me about that one.
That one I wrote around a very similar time to this dream, and I went through this turmoil of I was dating someone and then I met someone else, and it was this really hard point where I didn't know how to tell this guy that I had met someone else. And yeah, but at the same time I was so enwrapped with this new feeling of love and what was missing.
Right.
And so I was so conflicted, and it was during the height of summer, and I was at the beach a lot and putting my feet in the water, and that's where I wrote one of the lines, "Love us swimming in the deep blue," was because I went swimming with this guy, and it was so incredible, and it felt nostalgic. And yeah, everything about it was just, I had this underlying feeling of guilt for not knowing how to tell this other person.
These things happen.
Yeah.
That's why we have songs. Well, great. Thank you for coming up here and sharing yours with us.
Thank you,
been a
Matty.
real pleasure. Hopefully everything goes well, and enjoy your time back down in Wellington. We'll talk to you again later.
Thank you.
It's in the air, the feeling of your skin on my skin, it's holy. It's in your stare, the feeling of your lips on my neck, it's lovely. But baby boy, no, I don't know how to tell you. I met someone else and he's everything you're not. The sky is so blue. Yeah, the sky is so blue. And there's something in the deep blue, and I don't know how to tell you. Let me be the one to show you it's better, show you it's better. And I wanna dive in slow, let the water curl around. I can touch you now, but baby boy, no, I don't know how to tell you. I met someone else and he's everything you're not. The sky is so blue. Yeah, the sky is so blue. Love is swimming in the deep blue, and I don't know how to tell you. The sky is so blue. Yeah, the sky is so blue. Love is swimming in the deep blue, and I don't know how to tell you. Deep blue, found someone new, and I think this could be love. Deep blue, found someone new, and I think this could be love. The sky is so blue. Yeah, the sky is so blue. Love is swimming in the deep blue, and I don't know how to tell you. Blue boy, blue boy, blue boy. And I'm a blue boy, and I'm a blue. The sky is so